Hello guys, welcome back. So in this video we'll talk about ngSwitch. I have a requirement wherein I will pass the country code. I have the country code. For that country code I need to display which the country name. Okay. Uh, so if I give the country code, it has to display me the country name. Okay. So let's start. Let's take country code. Say I give IN. Okay. In the HTML, so as we are writing the ngSwitch with HTML element in this video, we'll take div. Okay, so we need ngSwitch. There is a catch here. I'll tell you what it is. There are two things which you need to note. One is that when you're using ngSwitch, you have to use it with angular braces. Okay, even though when you're using it with div or ng template, that is what I have given it here. So when you are using ngSwitch structural directive with HTML element, you can use it the same way how you use it with Angular template. Like it should be within the Angular braces, only the ngSwitch. So you cannot say star ngSwitch. You can only say Angular ngSwitch. Okay, and you need to pass the country code which you have mentioned it here. So, and here inside this we'll write the cases, ngSwitch case. So this can be used with star ngSwitchCase is equal to, I say h1 if it is, and you cannot for ngSwitchCase it should always be within single, even though you have double quotes, your value should be within the country code case, I mean the switch case should be within the single quotes for the switch case. Okay, or we can say this is for country is India. Okay, so remember it should be within the single quote. So this is the second one. It should always be within single quote. Okay, I'll show you what happens when you just give it within double quotes. Let us first try that, only trying to give it within double quotes. Let me take USA. Country is United States of America, and we'll give another one, say FR. Country is France, and we'll give another one, say JPN. Country is Japan. Okay, and we'll give a default condition using star ng switch default and say invalid country, something like that. Now this is correct. Country code I'm passing IN, so ngSwitch will take in IN as country code, and it should display me country is India right on the screen. But there are some errors. We'll see what are those. So property, uh, so there are so many errors, right? First we'll see, like property IN does not exist on type app component. Yeah, why it is? Because the ngSwitch case should be within single quotes. I mean, even though you use double quotes, you have to give it within single quote, because HTML will evaluate it with double quotes, but Angular element will consider what is in single quote. Okay, so you should all enter it within single quote. Now if you save it, it's working, right? Let me see. So it displays country is India. So one is you need to be using ngSwitch whenever you are using it with div or ngTemplate. ngTemplate I'll talk about this in the next video. But as of now, remember, even though when you are using HTML element like div, ngSwitch will be within Angular braces. Okay, and the second one is you have to use the switch cases within single quotes if it is a string, right? Okay, so I think you have understood this. Let me change the IN to USA and show you what's the result. So it changes to United States of America. Similarly others, and if I don't give anything, or if I give some uh, invalid entry, it says invalid country. Even if I don't give anything, it says invalid country. Okay, so this is how ngSwitch works with HTML element like div. So this is how you write ngSwitch, how you use ngSwitch, ngSwitchCase, and ngSwitchDefault. So ngSwitch takes in the code which you are passing in. ngSwitch, that is IN from here. Okay, so IN goes to country code. Country code will be given to ngSwitch, and it checks which case you are checking, and it displays the content. And if the entry which the value which you are passing is not matching with any of these, then ng switch default will say invalid country, right? So this is it. I hope you understood. Thank you.